around. You are stuck following the path that the designers have set for you. I spent a lot of time talking about Silent Hill series, which has been going on for a long time. And although I think these games, there's interesting things about all of them. I didn't really get on with Downfall, but almost all these games have something really interesting about them. If anyone could summarise the story of Silent Hill for me, I'd be very, very grateful, because it's one which I can only really think I've gathered through reading things online. The narrative of Silent Hill is there's this woman who is part of a secret cult, and she somehow gives birth to this child. It may be immaculate conception, maybe not, she may not actually be, but anyway, she ends up with this child called the Lesser, who is supposed to then give birth to the god of this secret cult. And then the child rebels, and the mother tries to burn her to death by locking her in the house and setting fire to it. The girl doesn't die, but she's completely disfigured, ends up in a hospital, locked in the basement. And as she's about to die, she splits herself in half and turns part of herself into a baby that's then found by a couple, childless couple, on the roadside, and they adopt this child. But then years later, after the child's grown up and is the same age as the girl who was when she was burnt, then ends up going back to Silent Hill in order to kind of somehow combine with the woman in the basement, who is also a ghost, which is haunting the location. Except she's not a ghost as a child, she's a ghost as the grown-up woman that she would be if she hadn't been burnt. And this is all that happens before the first game actually starts. You start with arriving in this town. So, as a story, and then there's Silent Hill 2, which has nothing to do with this at all. There's Silent Hill Origins, which goes back to you play as the truck driver who tried to rescue the girl from the burning house, and interrupted the sacred ceremony which would have given birth to the monstrous god. So it's a really complicated narrative. It's full of secret